Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is your chemistry teacher Farzana Nazir. Today we are going to continue chapter 5, that is physical states of matter. Today we are going to discuss Charles' law. We are going to do some applications of Charles' law, and at the end of this lesson I am going to give you some questions to solve according to the Charles' law. Now after going through these lectures, students will be able to explain the concept of Charles' law. They can account for pressure and volume change in a gas using Charles' law. George Charles is credited with this law relating temperature and volume, although he did not publish it because he was too busy in taking rides in hot balloons. A colleague published it and very honorably gave Charles his credit. For the first time, Charles presented the relationship between volume and temperature. Through a series of experiments, he concluded that there is a direct relationship between volume and temperature. It means when the temperature of a fixed amount of a gas is increased, the volume also increases. On the other hand, if the temperature of a given mass of a gas is decreased, its volume decreases. To prove his law, Charles performed a series of experiments and he used the following apparatus to find the relationship between volume and temperature. Now the below picture shows the effect of temperature on volume of a gas. A known gas is trapped in a graduated glass tube by placing small amount of mercury. The tube is immersed in a water bath that can be warmed with a heater. After each change of water temperature, you can measure the volume of a gas. The pressure exerted on the gas sample is constant because the amount of mercury and atmospheric pressure above it does not change. In Charles' experiment, the temperature was taken in Kelvin. In order to convert degree centigrade into Kelvin, we add 273 in it. Now what is Charles' law? According to Charles' law, the volume of the given mass of a gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature at constant pressure. That means if volume of the system. What is Charles' law? Before starting our today's lecture, I want you to watch a video carefully and record your observations. Students, I hope you have enjoyed the experiment. Can you guess what is the basic principle of this experiment? In this video, you have observed that the volume of the gas inside the bottle was decreased by crushing it to remove excess air at room temperature. When this crushed bottle was placed in a hot water at high temperature, The gas in the bottle expands and collides more frequently with the wall of the bottle, and hence the volume increases. So we can conclude that for a given mass of a gas, volume and temperature are directly proportional to each other. This relationship between volume and temperature was explained by Charles, and it is known as Charles' law. According to Charles, the volume of a given mass of a gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature at constant pressure. So it means that if temperature of the system is increased, the volume automatically increases, and if the temperature of the system is decreased, the volume also decreases. So mathematically we can write V is directly proportional to T. V is equal to T constant, and if we divide V by T, then a constant value should come. In most of the cases, Charles' law is used to compare two situations before and after. Therefore, we can write V1 over T1 is equal to V2 over T2. Now let us apply the Charles' law on a fixed amount of a gas which is trapped in a cylinder. The cylinder is fitted with a movable piston. When the gas is heated in a cylinder, as the temperature of the gas increases, the volume that the gas occupies also increases. It means volume is directly proportional to temperature of a gas. When the burner is removed, the temperature of the gas decreases and the volume that the gas occupies decreases, and the volume continues to decrease until the temperature of the gas equals the external temperature. A student studying effect of temperature on volume of a given mass of a gas obtained data as given below. He observed that at 0 degree centigrade, the volume of given mass of a gas is 107.9 cubic centimeter. At 5 degree centigrade, the volume occupied by the gas is 109.7. At 10 degree centigrade, the volume becomes 111.7. On further increasing the temperature to 15 degree centigrade, the volume becomes 115.5. Here you can see that there is a direct relationship between temperature and volume. As the temperature is increasing, correspondingly the volume of the gas is also increasing. So if we plot a graph by placing value of volume on the y-axis and value of absolute temperature on x-axis, we get a straight line. Straight line between the temperature and volume suggests that there is a direct relationship between volume and temperature measured at Kelvin scale at constant pressure. We can convert centigrade temperature to absolute temperature or Kelvin temperature by adding 273 to it. Absolute temperature is equal to temperature in degree centigrade plus 273. So according to the data, first we are going to convert temperature into Kelvin. Thus by adding 0 in 273, we get 273 Kelvin. By adding 5 to 273, we get 278 temperature in Kelvin, and by adding 10 to 273, we get 283 Kelvin, and by adding 15 to 273, we get 288 Kelvin. Now by dividing V over T, which is according to the Charles is a direct relation, and we will get a constant value. Thus by dividing 107.9 by 273, we get 0.39. By dividing 109.9 by 278, we get again 0.39. By dividing 111.7 by 278, we get 0.39. And at the end, by dividing 113.6 by 288, we get 0.39. As you can see that the ratio of V over T is a constant value, it means that the data is according to the Charles law. Applications of Charles law. Girls, before solving questions related to Charles law, you have to follow the following steps. Number 1, convert temperature in Kelvin degree centigrade. Example 1. A chemist obtained following data from an experiment at 1 atmosphere. Temperature in degree centigrade and volume in cubic centimeters are given. At 25 degrees centigrade, the volume of the gas is 117.5. At 30 degrees centigrade, it becomes 119.4. At 35 degrees centigrade, it becomes 121.3. And at 40 degrees centigrade, the volume is 123.2. Now, let us solve this numerical to find out whether this data satisfies Charles' law. First of all, we are going to change degree centigrade temperature into Kelvin temperature. This can be done by adding 273. So, 25 degree centigrade temperature becomes 298 Kelvin. 30 degree centigrade becomes 303 Kelvin. 35 degree centigrade becomes 308 Kelvin. And 40 degree centigrade becomes 313 Kelvin. Now, we are going to divide volume by temperature. For first situation, we are going to divide 117.5 by 298. Answer is 0.394. Now, we are going to divide 119.4 by 303. Answer is 0.392. By dividing 121.3 by 308, again the answer is 0.393. Thus, after solving the complete data, we come to the conclusion that the ratio of V over T in all the situation is constant value, that is 0.39. So it means that the given data satisfy Charles' law. Now let us solve another example of Charles' law. Example 2. A bacterial culture is isolated from sewage produces 36.4 cubic centimeter of methane gas at 27 degrees centigrade and 760 mm of mercury. This gas occupies 33.124 cubic centimeter at 0 degrees centigrade and same pressure. Explain volume temperature relationship from this data. Now, first of all, we are going to write down the data. V1 or initial volume is 36.4 cubic centimeter. V2 or final volume is 33.124 cubic centimeter. Initial temperature is 27 degrees centigrade. By adding 273, it is converted into 300 Kelvin. And final temperature T2 is 0 degrees centigrade. By adding 273, it is converted into 273 Kelvin. The solution. According to the Charles' law, V1 over T1 is equal to V2 over T2. Now putting the value of V1 and T1, 36.4 divided by 300, we get 0.121. Similarly, by putting the value of V2 over T2, we are going to divide 33.124 divided by 273. Both the answers are same. Therefore, this data satisfies Charles' law. Example 3. The air in a perfectly elastic balloon occupies 885 cubic centimeter. during the fall when the temperature is 20 degrees centigrade. During the winter, the temperature on a particular day is minus 10 degrees centigrade. The balloon occupies 794.39 cubic centimeter if the pressure remains constant. Show that the given data proves Charles' law. Now, initial volume in this situation is 885 cubic centimeter. Final volume is 794.39 cubic centimeter. Initial temperature is 20 degrees centigrade. By adding 273, it is converted into Kelvin, that is 293 Kelvin temperature. T2 final temperature is minus 10 degrees centigrade. By adding 273, the result, the temperature in Kelvins comes to be 263. Now, according to the Charles' law, V1 over T1 is equal to V2 over T2. Now, we are going to put the values of V1 T1, V2 T2, and by solving these questions, we come to know that the answers are again same. It means that the Charles' law is fully obeyed. Hence, the data satisfies Charles' law. Girls, I hope you have understood the Charles' law. Now at the end of this lesson, let us review what we have learned today. We have learned Charles' law. According to Charles' law, the volume of given mass of a gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature at constant pressure. Mathematically, it can be represented as V is directly proportional to T. V is equal to T constant. V over T is equal to constant. For situation before and after, V1 over T1 is equal to V2 over T2. Now, at the end of today's lesson, I am going to give you some questions for you to solve. Solve them according to the Charles' law. Question number 1. A perfect elastic balloon filled with helium gas has a volume of 1.25 into 10 to the raised power 3 cubic decimeter at 1 atmosphere and 25 degrees centigrade. On ascending to a certain altitude where the temperature is 15 degrees centigrade, the volume of the balloon becomes 1.208 into 10 to the raised power 3 cubic decimeter. Show that this data satisfies Charles' law. Now, according to the statement, when we decrease the temperature of the balloon from 25 to 15 degrees centigrade, the volume of the gas also decreases from 1.25 into 10 to the raised power 3 to 1.208 into 10 to the raised power 3. So, there is a direct relationship between volume and temperature. Question number 2. In the past, volume was used as a way to measure the temperature using device called gas thermometer. An experimenter obtained following data from gas thermometer. Volume in cubic decimeter, temperature in degree centigrade. When temperature is 0 degree centigrade, volume of the gas is 2.7. When the temperature is 100 degree centigrade, volume is 3.7. And when the temperature is 300 degree centigrade, the volume becomes 5.7. Now, according to this data, as the temperature of the system increases, volume gradually increases. So, the relationship is according to the Charles' law. Students, I am leaving you with a video. Watch the video carefully and try to perform the experiment by yourself. By doing this, you will personally experience that the volume and temperature are directly proportional to each other. I hope you will find it interesting. Thank you.